for those who just joined us, later on you can scan your attendance before we end our class. So, okay, for today we have two agendas, guys. Okay, for the first agenda is let's discuss your assignment, and then we will continue with lecture 2. Jangan terkejut because last week we did lecture 3, right? So this week we're going to do lecture 2. Actually, I wanted to continue with lecture number 4, but then I changed my mind. Let's do lecture 2 first because lecture number 4 quite long. We can finish it in two hours, but it's quite penat lah. Tapi tak apalah, we're going to do lecture 2. Okay, anyway, before we go to lecture 2, okay, let's have a look of your assignment. Okay, I already uploaded this assignment file into your eLib. Okay, later on you can check it out. Okay, if you still remember, previously I mentioned that assignment will be a group project, right? A group mode, but unfortunately no. Okay, maybe this is a good news for some students. Okay, the course coordinator decided that we should do it individually. So maksudnya assignment ni tak ada kumpulan tak ada kumpulan. So kena buat sorang-sorang. Okay, this assignment 1 is quite straightforward and simple. Okay, you easily can aim for, if not full mark, maybe 14 ke 13 kan. Okay, but you need to do a research. Please do not simply copy and paste all the information you get from the internet or from the book. You have to rephrase it, you have to explain. Basically what I'm looking, I'm checking my student work is how they explain things, how they summarize all the information they have get. Macam tu yang sebenarnya kita tengok. If you just simply copy and paste, then we get lower mark. Macam tu lah. Anyway, okay, tengok ni dah upload dekat eLib boleh refer dekat eLib. Okay, it's conducted individually. Okay, the objective is to explore and understand the component within a computer system and their function, and to relate the computer knowledge gained in the class to the real world application. If you see the objective, sebab tu lah in the last 2 class I have mentioned, if you understand the basic fundamental, what is computer architecture, kan, what is made the computer a computer, you should be able to do this assignment easily. Kan? So basically they cover from lecture 1, lecture 2 tak ada dalam this assignment, lecture 1, lecture 3, lecture 4 sikit, then you can do this. Okay. Okay. You have been given a lot of money by someone you know. Okay, it can be from your parents, it can be from your friend and relative. Okay, as a responsible student, you feel that you need to spend this money on something useful, such as purchasing a computer for your study. Okay, this is the task. Okay, we give you this scenario. You ada duit. Okay, you ada duit. You have to buy a computer. Okay, okay. This is the task. Okay, A. A, are you required to propose a desktop computer for programming, multimedia editing, audio, video, and graphic design? For example, for Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, or etc. You can name any graphic design software here, any program. It's not restricted to Adobe or Illustrator. Okay. Please include the following details. Declaration of main computer. Ni kan kita dah belajar kan the function of CPU, RAM, GPU, GPU tahu lah, graphic card, storage, monitor. So yeah, you have to based on this component. The requirement is apa? Requirement dia, this is the requirement. Your computer specification, dia kena support all these thing. Maksudnya the user will be heavy on programming, editing, audio and video, okay? Graphic. Okay. The specification of the main component is above. The justification of the main component and the specification. For example, this is for example only. For example, if you suggest NVIDIA RTX 4080 Ti with 12 GB RAM, why do you need this specification? Yang ini yang sebenarnya yang kita akan tengok when we marking your assignment. This is the part that I will look into. You can suggest any, but what I want to see is how you explain, how you defend your proposal. Maksudnya, okay, the requirement is for graphic design, programming, and asset editing, audio, video, right? So you will give me this specification. Okay, CPU dia berapa, RAM dia berapa, GPU, storage, external, internal. Okay, how big is the size of the monitor? Because you want to do editing, so you boleh imagine how big is the monitor screen. You boleh suggest, let's say, contohnya 17 inch, and then whatever the specification, glass ke LED OLED kan. So you have to explain why we need this, why you come out with this specification. Your answer might be, your specification might be the same or very similar to your friend, but the difference is how you explain. Yang itu akan membezakan awak dengan kawan awak nanti ya. Selalu student kadang-kadang tanya balik why I get this mark. I think mine is very similar with my friend. Mengaku pula similar kan. But how you explain, itu akan membezakan dia. Okay, for example, you say for RAM you go for 12 gig and for CPU, for example, you kata you choose this specification. Why? What is the interrelation between this CPU and RAM? Dia compatible ke tak? Sama juga dengan monitor. What type of monitor? Kena cakap lah because you gonna kenapa monitor ni kena high resolution. Why? So you have to explain. You kena treat me as your customer lah, macam saya tak tahu apa-apa. So you explain dalam report awak. Macam tu lah, macam tu je, senang je. If you understand the basic function of the computer, nanti you should be able to do this. So your you punya suggestion might be different or similar with your friend. But what I want to look is your justification why, okay? Okay, and then also the price. Your price may be mahal daripada kawan awak, tapi you kena justify lah. Then you kata you should invest. You kata even though the price is quite high, but the specification is blah blah blah. Macam tu lah. Ataupun you come out with the mid-range punya price. Dekat sini dia tak ada limit. Dulu kita limitkan 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 6,000. Here is no limit. Tapi you kena ingat, you are student, takkanlah you nak beli komputer harga 10,000 kan, harga 6,000, tak masuk akal lah. Okay. Dekat sini scenario dia, maybe you adalah art student, graphic student, macam tu lah. Because as a student, bukan buka company ya, you student. So the range price must be reasonable lah for student, maybe 3,000 to 2,500 ke atas ke, then you have to justify. Jangan letak 7,000, 8,000, tak logik for student, sangat tak logik. Even orang yang kerja pun tak logik, okay? Alright, and then B, then for task B, please do exactly as task A but for laptop. Yang ni for desktop. Ini laptop. Beza. Okay, beza. Yeah, pula you justify all the specification, the component, and then you do the same spec, but for laptop. Usually not easy to custom made the specification. As you know lah, kalau desktop kan you can buy and build your own kan. Kalau laptop kan susah sikit, so how? Then B ni. Okay, yang B ni. And C, for task C, please comment and conclude about the price differences. Dekat sini you bandingkan harga between A and B. Between A dan B. So my advice is when you do the report, please do section by section. For example, section A, you tulis dekat tu A, and then the A, lepas tu you buat report, and then B buat report, then C buat report. So it's easier to mark, okay? And also easier for you to write the report, okay? Okay, a report consists of no more than 10 pages. Write up, not including cover, page table, content, and references. Ni more than enough. You jangan short sendiri sampai 20 pages. Tak ada orang nak baca pun. Okay, so not more than 10 pages. Katakan you nak letak gambar kan, pandai-pandailah squeeze in the images because what I want to see is your reporting. Kadang-kadang student ni because they want to use up to 10 pages, gambar sebesar-besar lah. Tak perlu pun. But if only if that you wanted to include more picture but your report pun quite long, what you can do is picture ni letakkan sebagai appendix. Maybe dekat report tu kita see appendix 1 for CPU image contoh. Macam tu But usually 10 pages is long enough. Okay. Kalau boleh you buat dalam 5 pages pun dah cukup dah. 6 pages is enough already. It's enough already. Okay. 6 pages tu your reporting lah. Maybe 5 pages is just text. Lepas tu tambah-tambah gambar cukup lah dalam 8 pages ke 9 pages. Okay. And please follow this format. Use a Times New Roman. Okay. Size 12, spacing 1.5 and justify. Ini formatting ni ada markah ya guys. Dan student ni sometimes dia copy and paste from internet, they didn't bother to change the size, change the color. Ada lagi warna biru, ada lagi hyperlink. Kan? So you can get it all the information from internet. Okay, I cannot deny that. But what you want to do is to custom make this specification, and your justification is very important. So this it can show that you understand. You faham. Kenapa macam ni macam ni. So dia akan back to your basic knowledge. Apa maksud CPU, apa function CPU, what is the function of RAM, why they need to be compatible, based on this specification. So nanti baca balik you are as a graphic designer student. Okay, and then marks. Okay, this will be worth 15%. Besar, maka ni 15%. Okay, 15% is quite high. Okay, the release date I supposed to, because we only have class today, so I release it today. Semalam pun dah bagi. So the due date is on 22nd. Cannot enter the meeting. Why? Kau masuk lagi. Try to join again. Cakap dengan kawan tu. Because I don't see any guest list here. Okay. Okay, the submission date is 22nd of April on hari apa Let's see. So 22 is Friday. Friday by 5 PM kena hantar, and please do not until last minute. Maksudnya pukul 5, pukul 4:45 baru nak hantar. Banyak sangat 4:45, 4:50 tiba-tiba tak boleh hantar. Then you must know this earlier lah, sebab because if you try to submit at very last minute, anything can happen. Macam-macam boleh jadi kepada sistem, kepada you online, tiba-tiba internet you pun slow kan. Jangan, please allow yourself like at least 1 hour, okay, before 5 PM. Kan ni kena hijak lah sebab awak pun dah send berapa kan. So kalau boleh sehari sebelum, or at least pun kalau lambat sejam sebelum. Jangan hantar 4:55, 4:59, ada je. Give yourself at least 30 minutes ataupun 1 hour before the deadline, the due line. Hantar Ni boleh siap ni kalau you betul-betul duduk dan buat 2 hari, sehari dah boleh siap dah ni. Weekend ni pun dah siap. Okay, for the submission link, I haven't created the submission link. I will create it later on. But once you submitted, you are not allowed to resubmit. So sebelum submit tu fikirlah, is it final? Is it the correct version? Okay, because I will not accept any submission through email. Okay, please be understanding us, because I have a lot of students. If 50, 100 students send through email, it's hard to track. Then I have to download dan sebagainya lah. So please submit through Elite only. Okay, please submit through Elite only and make sure you submit the correct file. Okay. Okay, once submitted, you are not allowed to resubmit. So fikir baik-baik lah sebelum submit . Okay, extension. No extension of the due date will be given. Tak ada given . Okay, ni tahu . So semua kena comply with this rules. Okay. Okay, submit your full report through Elite. Okay. Ni dia punya ni assignment. Letak assignment, letak metric number. Okay, so it's easier to track. Tak payah letak nama, metric number will be enough. Okay. Okay, satu file saja, letak satu file sahaja. Jangan banyak. Ada student dia suka buat folder. I also don't understand why. Dia create folder, dalam folder tu satu file je. You don't have to create folder. If there's only one file, just submit that file. Submit satu file. Okay. With that assignment cover. Yalah, sekali kan dalam cover page. Kan dalam ni ada. Not including the cover page. Of course, for any report kena ada cover page. Cuma dalam pengiraan pages dia tak termasuk. Tu sekali kena, jangan buat spread, jangan you buat cover page satu file, report satu file, one file only. Kenapa jangan buat banyak-banyak. Penatlah nak download banyak-banyak macam tu. Satu je, join the cover page, semua satu, one PDF. Okay, it can be PDF atau Word. Terpulang lah sebab ada student dia prefer Word, ada yang prefer PDF. Okay, for me is either itu is fine lah, tapi PDF much better lah. Tapi if you want to submit using Word format pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Doc document pun tak ada masalah . Tapi one file only, one single file. Please do not send multiple file. Maksudnya you letak folder, dalam folder tu macam mana letak satu file saja. Estimation needed.
I think Veronica asked if the cover page dah ada untuk Kami
tak ada
ikut
guna yang
5
sama.
kan.
Use the same. Yang you pernah guna sebelum ni.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you guys have a copy? Yang standard one, the standard one.
I think we have.
Ada kan? Just tukar je lah. The standard, just use the standard one. Okay, let assignment may be graded as a fail and or a 0. Okay, unless you have a very valid reason. Valid reason kita akan ni, tapi kalau boleh janganlah ya. Apa tutor? Tutor tu apa? Maria apa tutor? Tutor apa tu?
Tak ada cover page tu ada dekat subjek lain punya tutor dia dah bagi
Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, thank you for sharing ya, Maria. Okay, plagiarism it must be your own words. Okay. Ni kita akan bagi rubrik lah in how we marking your assignment. Okay, kalau boleh organize your report according to the section A, B and C ya, so easier. Nanti kalau you nak semak pun lebih senang. This is the rubric. Okay, you can refer to this rubric. Okay, I think that's it for your assignment. Okay, it's individual. Okay, later on I will create the submission link. Okay, lepas saya those want to submit the assignment early, you can do that. But once you submit, you are not allowed to pre-submit. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for the assignment. Okay, let's go to your apa benda nama tu tadi? Lecture 2. Okay, let's get ready for lecture 2, guys. Ini pening sikit lah guys, sorry macam I drink coffee then that coffee made me headache. Number system. Alright. Okay, yang number system ni, if I'm not mistaken, you have learned this in the past. Okay, it's either from prior or from diploma. For those who from STPM background, I'm not sure whether you guys have learned this before or not. Okay, and number system ni, decimal, binary and hexadecimal. Pernah belajar tak? Siapa yang tak pernah belajar? Sebab kalau my previous student, mostly they said they have learned this numbering system in their maths. Nah tak? Anyone can respond? Belajar tapi dah lupa. Dah lain? Sama lah. Dua hari sama. Kalau tak kita dah boleh skip kan? Okay, tak apa. Let's refresh your memory. Mari kita refresh memory bersama-sama. Okay, the numbering system, as you know, your computer only understand 1 or binary. So, untuk yang ini, okay, actually it's a very simple and basic calculation of the numbering system. Okay, for this course, we're going to cover binary, decimal, and hexadecimal. And we're going to learn how they convert from binary to decimal, decimal to binary, and binary to hexa, and so on. So, kita akan belajar sedikit lah. It's a very simple math. Okay, and for lecture 2, it can be divided by 2, guys. Satu is number system, another one is digital logic. Both is a very basic. Kalau you tengok digital logic lagi basic, it just a few gets, get and, nor, apa lagi? Not, or, and, and also the combination of the gets, okay? It's electronic lah, it's electronic. Very basic one. So for today, we're going to focus on number system. Okay, kita ada decimal, binary, hexadecimal. Okay, decimal is the number system that we use daily. Maksudnya yang macam nombor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tu is a decimal lah. Okay, it's a best 10. It's a best 10. Best 10 maksudnya macam ni, 10 di bawah yang kecil. It's a best 10. Bila saya cuba contoh. Okay, mana ni? Merah. Okay. It's a best 10. Best 10 maksudnya kalau contohnya ada 2, so you know it's a decimal lah. Okay. Actually it's a number that we are using daily. Okay, and then binary system, you 1010, semua tahu it's a best 2. So it's a best 2, binary. Okay, and the hexadecimal is hexagon. So it's a 16. It's best 6, 16. Okay. Jadi it's example. 10. Okay, to 16, 610, Okay, jadi contohnya kalau you nampak 2 ni, then you know it's binary. If you see this, then you know it's hexadecimal. Then you know it's a decimal. Okay, clear? Okay, untuk contoh hari ni, I'll be using some of the example from the tutorial. Okay, saya akan gunakan contoh from the lecture note or also from the tutorial so that saya ada tutorial session. But I will not attempt all the tutorial quite a lot, tapi benda yang sama. I already choose the apa mana? The soalan, then you can try it later on, okay? So kita go straight to the pengiraan lah. So if you have a paper ready, okay, please get your paper and your pencil ready. So you can boleh belajar. You math, okay, you know how to study maths, guys? Study math, you must have pen, pencil ke, tablet ke, and your paper. You tak boleh tengok saja, you kena buat terus. That's how you study math. Same with coding. You want to study code, you cannot just read and analyze. You have to code. Same goes with the math. Sebab yang ni memang simple, senang, memang senang. I believe everyone can do it, but senang juga nak salah. Tu je. Benda yang senang nak salah tu bahaya. Okay, so let's get your paper, pencil ready. Okay, so okay, let's start with decimal. Okay, it's easy to calculate the decimal. Okay, kalau you tengok kat sini, okay, decimal digit is start with number 0, 1, 2, increasing lah. So the decimal system is, okay, I'm not going to read all the text lah. Kita terus pada pengiraan to save our time. Okay, example 1. Example 1 is integer. 83. How do I get 83? You akan darab multiply by base 10. Remember, decimal is base 10. So, 8 darab 8 multiply by 10, you get 80 plus 3 you divide by 10 to the power of 0. Anything that power to 0 we get 1, so 3. So that how you get 83. So how you get 0 dengan 1 ni is the least significant bit. Remember the least significant bit, you start with your right to left. Right, left. So 0, best position. This is the best position. We call it best position. 1, 2, 3. So 8 dan 3, the best position is 0, 1, and dia akan increasing the position dia until n. So D is the decimal, so you can divide it to 8 times 10 to the power of 1 plus 3 multiplied by 10 to the power of its position 0. So you get 83. Boleh faham? Ada tak yang tak faham so far? Just respond. Okay, kalau tak ada respon, saya akan teruskan aja. Okay, thank you for those who responded. Okay, then let's try the 4, 7, 2, 8, a little bit longer. Okay, so 4, 7, 8. So they want you to represent in decimal kan. So you know it's best 10. So first you must know the best position. Remember kalau ada best position dia start pada kanan ke kiri. Kanan ke kiri from your right to your left. So macam you baca tulisan macam ni lah. So 0, you must know the position. Okay, best position dia. Dia 0, 1, 2 and 3. Then you kira lah, dipecahkan. Okay, so 4, 5, decimal is base 10. 10 to the power of, the position dia adalah dekat position number 3. 3 plus 7, decimal base 10. 10, the best position is 2. Okay, and then you carry on lah. 2 kali 10 power of 1 plus 8 of 0. Then you add it up. Add it up. You will get 4728. Macam tu je. Yang paling penting kat sini just the best position. Best. B-A-S-E, best position. Bukan yang best. Mana best saja. Okay, left to right. Okay, yang lain tu sama. Okay, now there's different example ada fraction here. Okay, example with fraction. Kalau ada fraction, macam mana you nak kira? Okay, kalau ada fraction, how you count is you kena divide. Tadi you multiply. Kalau ada pecahan, fraction, you kena divide. Okay, so given 0, 1, 2, 5, 6. So you kena represent dalam bentuk decimal. How? So if there's a fraction here, okay, okay ni here. So 0.256. So sama juga. Okay, now slightly different. The best position dia sekarang from left to right. Tadi right to left, now from left to right. So, okay, you will start with 1. You will not start with 0. Kalau untuk fraction lah, kat sini take note lah guys. So, 1, 2, 3. So now your best position will start from your left to your right and start with 1, not 0. Slightly different. Take note. Okay, take note. Tulis. Okay, tadi kan kita best position, kita start from right to left. The position start with 0 position. Tapi kalau fraction, you will start from left to right, then the best position is start with number 1. Okay, dan dia kena divide, not multiply. Okay, so it's the same thing. 2 kalikan dengan 10. Sorry, dia multiply, yang sini yang divide, sorry. 2 to the power of 10 minus 1. So 10 lah. 5 to the power of 10. 5 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 2. Okay. And then 6 multiplied by 2 to the power of negative 3. Okay. You can use your calculator. Kira you akan dapat 0.256. Okay. Apa yang penting dekat sini adalah to show you in how you identify the location, position dia. Kalau the fraction, so is from left to right with position, starting position 1. Okay. Tengok yang bawah ni, 472256. Okay, yang ni, 472256. You buat bagi 2. So yang ni you tahu kan? Kacau lupa. Yang ni. So 472, you know this, so dekat sini you tahu, so ni akan right to left. Right to left, so position 0, 1, 2, right? If they're fraction, this is position 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then you kira lah 4 kali what is the best position? 10 power of 2 plus 7 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 2 multiplied by 10 to the power of 0. Then plus 256, so 2 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 1 is fraction, plus 5 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 2 and 6 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative. Okay? Okay, boleh?
Boleh.
Senang kan? Just yang pentingnya you tahu the best position tu je. Best position yang paling penting kat sini guys. Selalunya student akan mess up dekat best position dia. Dia akan start, supposedly for fraction, dia start with 1, dia start with 0. No, if fraction, dia nampak je fraction, you start with left to right with position number 1. Okay, yang ini je. Tapi as simple as this one lah. Kat sini. Kat sini ada contoh dalam lecture slide tu. Ini best position dia lah. Okay, you can refer to this slide yang saya masukkan left to right. Kat sini you kena familiarkan dengan least significant bit dengan most significant bit. Least significant bit is from your left. Most significant bit, least significant bit is on your right. Most significant bit is on your left. Okay. Kalau ada fraction, ni fraction lah, katakan ni fraction. Put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, any number. So, you buat anak panah kat sini, dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay, like this. So, the position start with 0, 1, 2. For fraction, ada fraction. Akan start with 1, 3. Macam ni. Okay, boleh Okay, now is binary. Beza dia binary is base 2. Okay. For binary, you know they're 1010 only. Okay. Macam mana you nak represent dia? Katakan 10 to the power of 2, the same thing. It is very similar to decimal tadi. Okay, 10, best position dia to 0, 1. So, 1 multiplied by its position to the power of 1 plus 0. What is position? 0. To the power of 0. Then you get to the power of 10. Now this is how you convert binary to decimal. This is how you convert binary to decimal. Sebab binary kan 1010. Okay, now example number 2, 11, 2. Put the same thing. Note its position. Identify its position. 0, 1. So 1 multiplied by 2 of its position 1. Then 1 multiplied by 2, its position 0. So bila dapat 1 kali 2, 2, 2. Plus anything that multiplied by 2 to the power of 0 is 1. So you add up, so you get 310. So it's in decimal. Soalan paling famous student tanya, what if they don't put 2 to the power 210, best 10. Katakan jawapan awak just macam ni kan. 2, is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Kalau you tak letak 10 pun betul je. Because we know 2 is in decimal. Okay? Okay. Example number 3 is the same thing, just they increase the value. So 100, so you have 3 position here. So position awak akan ada 0, 1, 2. So you have 3 position, okay? Now you replace, you darabkan 1 kali 2. What is position of 1 is 2. 0 multiplied by 2, what is the position of 0 is 1. Then 0 multiplied by 2, what is the position of this 0 is at position 0. So then you add up. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. Okay, 4. Okay, 0 to the power of 1 is 0. Anything that multiplied by 0 will get 0. So 4 plus 0 plus 0 you get 4. Macam tu je. And now it's a fraction. Same thing guys. Now adalah fraction kan. Sama juga. Know the position. Okay. 0, this is the position of 1, 2, 3. Okay, depending on how many digit you have here. Kalau ada 4 digit, 4 position. Kalau ada 6 digit, 6 position kan. So here, what about this one? What is the starting position? Kalau fraction, starting position dia apa? 1, good Maria. So 1, 2, 3. Then please do not forget, kalau fraction is the division, so dia 1 per 1, 1 per 3 macam tu lah. Okay. So dan dikira macam biasa 2. Dan dikira yang ni dia dah kira siap-siap lah. Okay, 1 to the power of 2. Anything that multiplied by 1 will get the number itself. So 2 to the power of 3 is the position 3. Per kali ni berapa entah 9 kan. 9 tambah 0. Then you boleh tak guna calculator, kira sendiri boleh guys. 1 bahagi 2, 1 bahagi ni macam ni 1, 2, 1 tambah 1 bahagi 2, 3. That's how you calculate. Boleh? Boleh guys? Saya short sendiri. Okay, nanti buat sama je. Let me choose the. Okay, saya nak akan buat a few question from tutorial. Okay, let me share. So kita buat soalan tutorial sikit. Okay. Let's say binary to decimal. Okay, binary. Okay. Now kita nak convert binary to decimal. So given, for example, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. There's a few ways to do this actually, guys, but it's up to you lah which method you want to use. This binary decimal. So what is the value in decimal? 00100. Apa value dia dalam decimal? Siapa tahu? What is the value in decimal? Any guess? Well, good Patrick. So how you get 12 is, ingat the position you start with 0, 1, 2, 3. So yang ni tak payahlah, 40 kan. So in binary is base 2. So 2 the power of 3 plus 2 So to the power of 3, jawapan dia berapa? 8 tambah 4, then you get 12. Macam ni je. Ni kalau you dah hafal, you tak payahlah buat satu-satu kan. So you must know the position sahaja. Okay, you must know its position. Okay, let's try another. So, okay, cuba kira. 2, 2, 3. Okay, what is the answer in decimal? Cuba selain pada Patrick, siapa nak try? Ah, 60, Dayang. 60 is what? 60. How do you get 60? See, first you must know the position of this digit. Okay, start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Okay, meaning to say it's the best 2 to the power of 5, to the power of 4, to the power of 3, to the power of 2. Yang kosong tak payah. So to the power of 5 is plus 16 plus 8 plus 4. So dapat berapa? 16 tambah 4 is 20, 30 tambah 8 is 40. So you get 60 ya. Senang je. Asalkan you ingat position ni, then is you're all good. Okay. Fraction pula. So, dia ada fraction lah. Okay, now let's calculate. Berapa jawapan awak? Fraction lah. So, jawapan. Guys, we try to, can we stop at 2:30? Because I have module to deliver. Kita hari ni kita stop dekat buku 2.5 So we try to finish it up. Jawapan ni dulu Maria, jangan nak okey sangat. Berapa jawapan? 28375. Okay, 28375. Good. Siapa yang dapat 28375 betul? Okay. 8. Okay, how we get 28375? Yang tak belum dapat jawapan dah tengok. Okay, remember it's a fraction. So, caranya saya suka you boleh buat macam ni ya. Please do not use any digital converter. Jangan guna, you kena kira guna tangan Buat macam ni. So you buat anak panah macam ni, you buat anak panah macam ni. Okay. So then you know where is the position started. So start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So kalau fraction start with position, letak kat bawah 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, how, siapa yang jawab tadi Veronica ke 20, how that she get 28? So, yang ada satu tu. It's the binary, so it's best 2. 2 the power of 4, 2 of the power of 3, 2 the power of 2. Then you add it up. So 2 the power of 4 is 16 plus 2 the power of 3 is 8 plus 2 the power of 2 is 4. Okay. Ini belum lagi kira. So 16, 16 plus 4 plus 8, so you get 20. Sekarang ini dah settle, so now you have to calculate this part. Yang pecahan kan, perpuluhan. So 0, 1, 1. You dah tahu position dia. So anything yang multiply by 0, you get nothing. So tak payah kira. You start with yang position number 2 ni. So fraction, remember, is so 1 kali berapa ni? So 2 the power of 2, base 2 lah. So dia akan jadi 2 the power of 2 lah. So dia akan jadi 1 bahagi 2 plus 1 to the power of 3. Position 3. So kira ni, kira 1 bagi 4, you akan dapat 0. Kira siap-siap. Siapa yang ada calculator, you can use the calculator. 1 divided by 2 to the power of 3, you will get 0.125. So you just add it up. So, bila you tambah, you akan dapat 5, 7. So you tambahlah dengan 28 plus dengan ni. Plus so you will get this answer. Okay, boleh semua? Jangan macam ajar ni pula. Faham? Faham kan? You kena kira. Yang paling penting, you know the position tu je paling penting. Okay? 0, 1, 1 tu tadi. Now, kita tengok binary to decimal. Now we reverse it, decimal to binary pula. Kita terbalikkan dia. Okay, kita terbalikkan dia. Mana pages? Okay. Tadi binary to decimal kan, sekarang kita terbalikkan decimal to binary. Kena tahu lah decimal tu base 10, binary base 2. Cuba kita lihat, I bagi you 64, I give you 64, 64. Berapa jawapan dia dalam binary guys? Bagi saya jawapan dalam binary. Ada dua cara nak buat ni, is either you divide one by one or you just use the position method. I call it position method. Any guess? Kan guess lah ini answer. Dayang. 1, 0 saja. Dayang, thank you Dayang, is the correct answer. Berapa kosong tu Dayang? Tak nampak. 1, 2, 1 juta kan? Got 1 million. So in binary, kan dapat ni. Siapa yang tak dapat jawapan ni? Mesti dah buat cuak kan, tak dapat jawapan ni kan. Nah, Maria, tu lawak. Kira-kira. So how you get 1 million? Bukan 1 million, sorry, it's 1,000,000 with 6 zeros. So, kita gunakan kaedah positioning tu. Okay, 6. Kalau saya suka buat macam ni. Dia buat macam ni ya. Get value to the power of 0. 1, 2, 3. This is best to binary to the power of 4. Power of 5. The value ini tak akan dapat ni. Oh ni, kita ada value 64. Kan ni kan 64. So 1. 1. So yang ini akan jadi kosong. Anything that multiply by 0, you get 0. So the answer will be 1,0,0,0,0. See? Ataupun Ini paling senang. I always use this method. But you kena hafal benda ni yang best to position ni. Okay, ataupun to use the long way. Or you divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 berapa? 2, right? 32. 32 multiply by 2, you got 64 kan? Betul tak? Ada baki tak? Tak ada kan? So, 0. Now, you kena divide dia sampai you dapat kosong. 32 bahagi 2 berapa? 16 kan? Multiply by 2, you get 32. This remainder, there's no remainder. 8 kali 2, 16. Ni basic math lah. Ada ni tak ada kan? 4 kali 2, 8 kan? 2 kali 2, 4. Kosong. Yang 1 kali 2, 2. Tak ada baki, kosong. And then 2. You cannot divide it any further. So, kosong. 0 multiply by 2. So, remainder is 1. Macam mana kita dapat jawapan dia 100 tadi? You read from bottom up. Bottom up, then we'll get the answer. Boleh faham? Ada juga orang buat macam dia, ikut awak lah nak kira macam mana. Ada juga orang buat 64, lepas tu 64 bagi 2, 32. Remainder kosong, 32 bahagi 2, 60, tak ada function. Sama je. That's how you get it. Untuk huruf nombor yang kecil, you boleh dapat buat macam ni je. As long as you can memorize the best position dia, then you faham tak guys? Ada tak yang tak faham? Nanti saya ulang lagi sekali. All good? Faham? Boleh. Okay, thank you Rebecca. Kan lagi. Kita try satu lagi. Ada yang masih keliru. Mana ni? Undang pula. Okay. Let's say kita letak 100 Contohnya 100. Okay, cuba 100. Berapa you dapat? You can use any method. Any calculation method. So 100. Binary. Kita buat decimal to binary kan. In binary you dapat berapa? Nah, ini decimal lah. What is the answer? Apa jawapan dia? I give you 1 minute. Kan decimal the same. Jadi berapa? Dia jawab je. Okay, Venorika ada jawab 1100. Okay, good. Venorika is correct answer. The answer she given us is 110010. Semua dapat jawapan yang sama. Kena kira manual lah. Jangan guna whatever calculator you have there. Dapat tak? Ada tak yang tak dapat? You can use any method. You nak divide satu-satu ke ataupun you just use the position of binary tu. Okay. Kan 100 kan? So let's say you gunakan the position. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, So you cari apakah nilai yang you boleh add up to get 100. So you kena, yang ini memang kena banyak latihan lah. 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. How to get 64 ni? Position to the power 0, to the power 1, to the power 2, to the power 3, to the power 4, to the power 5, to the power 6. Dan you tambahlah 64 tambah 32 plus 8 plus 4. Sorry. Then you get, dan you akan dapat salah 1, 0, 0, 4, 2, 1. $64, 32, 16, 8. Oh. Sekejap saya buat 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. Okay, the answer is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Ni pun betul. So, 64 plus 32 plus 4. Then you get 100. Ataupun kalau you tak suka macam ni, you suka panjang-panjang, you darab bagi je lah 100 ni bagi 2. Then you get the same answer either way. Okay? Boleh ya? Okay, itu adalah tadi binary decimal to binary. Dan kita decimal to binary but in pada fraction. Okay. Sekarang ni melibatkan fraction lah. Okay, decimal to binary. Okay, ada fraction Okay, fraction. Yang fraction ni yang sometimes keliru You are given the question. It's sedang dia 34. Kita dah buat, sekarang tukar. In binary, berapa jawapan dalam binary? Cepat buat. Lepas ni nanti kita buat hexadecimal Ada yang boleh jawab? Sambil tu, okay, I give you 30 seconds. Ada. Yang lain tu mana? Tidur ke? Patrick. Sedang mencuba. Cuba. Patrick dah dapat jawapan. Jawapan dia 1001010. Okay. Good job, Patrick. So, you akan dapat jawapan yang kejap saya salin jawapan Patrick. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0.11. Okay, macam mana Patrick dapat jawapan ni? Mari kita tengok how we get this answer. Okay, paling senang you bahagi 2 macam tadi lah. Sebab dia ada 2 locationnya, yang buat macam ni. Cuma method saya is up to you how you want to do it as long as you get the correct answer. Okay, this so that you know what is the starting position. So sebelum fraction ni, so the starting position will start with 0 and mengarut ni. 0, 1, 2. So how you get 34 to convert into binary sama juga. 34 tahu the position. Sorry, it's not applicable here. So untuk 34, so start 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3. Kita dah apa yang dapat 34? 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So you get this answer for 34. Okay. So ada titik perpuluhan. You belum dapat lagi answer ni. How you get 32, 68, 421 adalah to the power of position dia 0, to the power of 1, or 2, to the power of 3, to the power of 4, and to the power of 5. And then you match the value 32 plus 1. Yang ini you kena kira sendiri. And then 75 ni, how you want to convert it into binary. So, for 0.75 meaning it's 0.1 to change the binary to multiply by decimal binary fraction, you multiply by 2. Why 2? Because binary is base 2. Binary adalah base 2. 0.75 you multiply by 2, you will get 1.5. Apa you get answer last year? Kosong kat belakang. So ini ada reminder dia, ada 0.5. Kita kena kira lagi, sambung. 0.5 2 you get 1. You akan berhenti, you will stop calculate until you get, kita panggil bahagian ni reminder lah, reminder produk dia 0, then you stop. You tak kira dah. You stop. And now, kalau you tengok Patrick bagi jawapan tadi kan, 100010.11. So mana dapat 11 ni dekat sini, yang ni. Ambil value yang dekat you punya kiri. Okay, 11. How you rate it? From top to bottom. Nak pandai macam ni. Yang ni you tak nampak sebab dia satu-satu. Satu-satu. So you dapatlah 0.11. Faham guys? Faham tak? Saya rasa dalam kelas ni ada Patrick, ada Venorika, ada Maria, ada Dayang, Rebecca. Yang lain-lain tu saya harap faham ya. Okay, cuba kita buat satu lagi sebab yang ni maybe tak nampak because the 1-1 kan, nanti you akan mistaken lah you baca pada bottom up ke up to bottom. So let's do one more example, very similar one, just a different number. Okay, kita bagi awak saya pula jawab. Siri ya, invite. Okay. 40 second sebab ni dah pukul berapa dah. Kita tidak siap pada dulu. Satu, 10101. Correct, Venorika. Okay, ada yang dah jawab tadi. 11001. Okay, ada fraction kosong. 1. Okay, this is the correct answer for those who get the answer. So, jom kita kira macam mana dapat 20 this answer. 5 by 2, you bagi 2. Daripada 11110 sikit. Start. 1, 5. How is that this value? 1 to the power of 2 to the power of 3. Ini adalah you just ini dah capital 525 ada 5 itu okay, akan dapat 0.5 0.4 kan. Dan you kena teruskan. Why? Because ada value lagi dekat sini. Tengok yang on the right side. Ni selagi ada value kena teruskan calculate. Okay? Dia pada calculate ya. So 0.5 kali 2. You get berapa guys? You akan dapat 1 point. Oh kosong. Jadi dapat kosong berhenti dah. Jangan you short. Sebab bila apa-apa yang you dapat dengan 0, you will get Z0 until the end of the time lah. Berhenti. So now ini yang saya kata penting you nak tahu macam mana pada 01. So 01. Sebab ada student dia buat 10, dia baca pada 10 salah. So 01 daripada bawah atas ke bawah. So you will get this answer. Boleh. Kan? Boleh guys. Ada banyak contoh you can try. Just the number of position dia bukan. Kalau kita tengok hexadecimal. Sebenarnya ada lagi contoh kat sini tapi it's the same thing. Secara dia sama je. Dia sama sahaja. Okay, saya bagi satu sampel lagi lah sebab yang ni banyak sikit. Okay, contohnya macam ni. Ini dari from your tutorial. Banyak sikit. Kan? In binary. Now is decimal to binary. Now you ada 4 position. Okay, 27 ni you know how to get lah. Paling senang you cuba nak buat tadi tu lah. 1, 2, 32. Okay, you akan dapat kira berapa? 16 tambah 8 berapa? Cuba you kira je. 16 tambah 8. So you get 1. Panggil? 0.11. Okay. Yang ini yang saya nak tunjukkan. Okay, so you kira macam biasa 0.175 time by 2. Saya kira you kira juga guys 0.1875 darab 2 you akan dapat 0.75. So you will continue calculate because this still have panggil reminder lah, ada reminder, ada produk. So you ambil nilai ni lepas point ni. So 0.375 time by 2, you will get 0.75. You can check the answer if I make a mistake. Then ada lagi ni, masih ada lagi 0.75 multiply by 2, you will get 1.5. Masih ada lagi, so 0.5. You akan ambil nilai lepas point ni kali 2, you will get 1.01. So now you stop. Okay, sekarang ni berapa jawapan awak dekat sini adalah top to bottom macam ni. So So 0011. So 0011. Macam ni je. Boleh Okay, boleh. So now let's move on. Okay, tadi ada beberapa cara for you to change from binary to decimal. Is either you divide one by one or you just memorize the value based on the position. Okay. Kalau terlampau besar, you boleh je divide. Okay. Okay, let's move to hexadecimal. Okay, hexadecimal adalah base 16. Okay, hexadecimal is base 16. Okay, base 16. So, kalau base 16 ni is a bit unique. So, for decimal, kita ada 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sampai 0 sampai 9 ya. Kalau jumlah dia 10 kan. So, kalau using the hexadecimal, how you represent 10, 11, 12, 14. So, kalau 10, 11, 15, because it's base 16, starting from 0 until 15. Semua sekali ada 16. You kira 0, 1, 2 until 15, so it's base 16. So this 10 will be, the value of 10 will be represented by letter A. Lepas B apa? Lepas B apa? Anyone? C, lepas C, D, E kan. Ni semua tahu lah. This how you represent in hexadecimal. Ada tanya kenapa sampai 15? Sebab hexadecimal is until 15 because it start with value 0. It start dengan 0. So 0 sampai 15. Total dia ada 16. Okay. Okay, now kalau saya letak C, convert hexadecimal to decimal. Okay, soalan dia kata convert hexa to decimal. Base 16 to base 10. Jawapan dia berapa guys? In decimal. Apa jawapan dia in decimal? What is the answer in decimal? See? 12, thank you. So, itu yang kat sini yang kita tengok kat sini. So, what is the answer in decimal? Any guys? Dalam decimal. Macam mana kita nak buat ni? Tadi senang sebab satu digit is C. So you know it's 12. Kalau 9F, kalau 9F, you kena cara dia sama macam how you calculate it same in binary, in decimal. You just remember the base. So this is base 16. So there's no fraction, so it's easier. What is the best position? 0, 1. 9 to the power, mana you nak tukar pada ni, so it's base 16. Position 1 plus F is 15. F is 15. So 15 multiplied by 60, position dia apa? To the power of 0. So, dapat jawapan dia berapa? 144 plus 15. So 159. Sama je, tukar dia punya base saja. Base 16 because it's hexadecimal. Boleh? Kalau dia tak ada fraction, cara dia straightforward. Ini soalan is 5. You must know the position lah. There's no fraction, it's easy. So 0, 1, 2. Now you want, bila you nampak alphabet, you know this hexadecimal. You want to convert into decimal. D tadi berapa value D? A, B, C, D tadi tu. Berapa? What is the value of D? 13 lah, betul lah. 13 times hexa 60. What is the position? 2. Okay, buat tambah. 5. So what is the position of 5 is 1. Okay, plus 2. So what is the position of 2 is at position 0. So you tambah 28 dapat 3 senang. Yang memainkan peranan adalah position of 1, position of P, and hexadecimal is best. Sekarang kita buat hexadecimal yang ada fraction. Ini simple because ada fraction. Now move to cepat ya guys. F fraction. Mana kita nak tukar kepada decimal? Yang ini senang. Before the fraction ni yang dotted ni senang. So F, what is the value of F tadi? Berapa F? 15. Thank you Farisol. 0. Kalau dah hafal senang lah 15. So 15 to the power of 16. What is the position of 15 is 0. Anything to the power of 0 will give you the value of 1. So you get 15 lah. Kita settle. Sekarang you kena 4. Kalau position after the dotted ni dia akan start with 1, bukan 0 lah. So 1 ingat ni mesti ingat lah. So how you get this value is 4 so dia akan dapat, you kira sendiri ya, kosong ni saya tulis ada jawapan. Okay, you get 0.25. So 15 pluskan dengan ni, 15 tambah kan kosong kan. So 0.25 you will get 15. Your final answer. Macam tu je. Sama saja pengiraan binary tadi. The same thing guys. Just best dia saja bertukar. Okay, boleh kan? But sama je. Okay, hexadecimal to hexadecimal. Okay, now we change to decimal to hexadecimal. Okay, now decimal to hexa. Okay, now decimal to hexa. Okay, decimal I give you 16. Berapa value dia dalam hexa guys? What is the value in hexa? Cara nak buat tak apalah, saya jawab dah senang, cepat sikit. So, decimal to hexa. Okay, ada orang jawab. Saya tengok jawapan apa. Tak ada pun. 10, 10, bukan 10, 10 lah. So, betul-betul mereka is, okay, how you get this hujan kan? 10 ni senang je, you divide by 16. Kecil ke besar, you divide. Okay, 16 ni sama je cara macam yang kita buat binary tadi, binary to decimal tadi tu. So 16, the value of 16 divide by 16. Divide by 16, 1 times 16 ada kosong kan? Then further divide because you still have value here. We cannot divide it anymore, you put 0. So we get 1. And how you read this? So you get 1, 0. 1, 0. As easy as that. Okay. Contoh lain lagi, let's say I give you the decimal to hexa. 80. Kita nak tukar kepada hexadecimal kan, so you divide by 16. Cara saya suka buat macam ni. You maybe have your own step of calculation, but it's the same thing. Okay, 16. So 5 times 16 will get 18. There's no reminder kosong. So 16. So can you divide 16 by 5? Of course you can, but you get the 0.5. So tak kosong dekat sini. But 5 is less than 16. Okay, we put 0. 0 multiplied by 16 is 0. So the remainder will be 5. So 5, 0. How you get 5, 0? 5, 0. Okay, ada satu lagi contoh. I give you one more example. You tak ni 2, 5. Okay, kepada to hexa. So divide by 2560. So 160 multiplied by 16. 0. So no reminder kosong. Sorry. 10. So 16. Value is smaller than 16. So kosong lah, maksud you cannot further divide it. So 0 multiplied by 16 is 16. 0 multiplied by 16 is 0. So the remainder will be 10. Whenever you are asked to change the decimal to convert this decimal to hexadecimal. So bottom up. So what is your answer, guys? Ingat lah, 10 ni you kena ingat in hexadecimal. Yeah, good, Ralph. So you get 0. Very good, guys. Ada student buat 1000. This is wrong. Kena ingat lah, because 10 you convert it to hexadecimal representative to be 8. So 0. Nah, quickly. Now kita tengok fraction. Now we look at the fraction. Decimal to hexa tapi ada fraction. With fraction. Tadi tak ada fraction. 204 125. Saya kira terus guys, nanti you kira sendiri ya. Yang ni macam biasa. Okay, now we wanted to convert it hexa. Wanted to convert decimal. Decimal to hexa. But given 0.1, right? 0.4 divided by 60 plus. Saya buat cepat-cepat lah, sebab masa tak cukup. Nampak this value is lesser than the divisor. So there will be 12. And remember this hexadecimal. They want you to convert it to hexadecimal. 12 tadi apa in hexadecimal, guys? I forget. 12 tadi adalah A, B, C, D, E, C. Okay, right. Ini bottom up. So then you know so 1, 2, 5 macam mana? You simply divide and multiply by 0.125 divided by 16. Ingat, kalau dah ada zero kat belakang ni, you tak payah dah stop. You don't have to further. Because nothing to multiply or divide. So you stop. So you get 2. So 0. So 18, 18 point. Sama je kaedah. It's same method. Boleh guys? Sama je. Okay, thank you Patrick. Okay, now to hex to binary. Method dia sama je. Basic dia is the same. Cuma you betul-betul you kena practice, you kena buat latihan. Otherwise, it's easy for you to make a silly mistake. Hexa to binary. Okay, now it's hexa to binary. Hexa to binary. Okay, so base C to base 2. Berapa value E tadi guys? Selalunya bila you nak tukar hexa to binary, you must know the value in decimal first. Okay, E tadi dalam decimal berapa? What is the 14? Patrick, so 14. So you nak sekarang ni jawapan nak by binary. Ini is decimal. So change this to binary. You will get method lah you nak divide satu-satu ataupun you just memorize the position. Tadi 1100 kan betul? 1100. 8 tambah 4. 0. So 1110. 8 plus 4 plus 2 you get 4. 14. So the answer 1 in binary. So this is how you get the answer. Ini single digit. Katakan 1/3 to represent it in binary. Berapa jawapan lo? One, C. What is the value of C in decimal? 12 kan? Correct? What? 1, 2, 4, 8. So 1, 1. Combine. Final answer is 0. So macam tu you buat satu-satu Sekarang ni kita tambah sikit fraction. 1 sama je cara dia. There is 1. 15 decimal. 15 decimal. 2, 4, 8. 1, right? So, dia settle. What about C? What 12? Sama lah C. 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 1. Dia pusing. So 1, 1. Dan ini untuk hexadecimal little bit slightly straightforward to calculate, unlike binary and decimal just now. So you boleh gunakan kaedah ni terus dapat position ni 1, 2, 4, 8 ni. 1. Okay. Dia lain sikit. Slightly different. If pattern ada tutorial. Okay, now last part is binary to hexadecimal. Binary to hexadecimal. Binary. You are given 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Apa value 1001? Plus 1, okay, 9 plus 9. What about this part? In hexa, kita boleh kira dia straightforward. Bukan macam binary dengan decimal tadi. Okay. 4, 8. 8, 12, 14, 15. In hexa. Okay, kita buat lain. Kosong satu 10101 satu. Okay, now it's a little bit tricky because the number is quite long. Okay. Nak buat ni senang je. So, bahagikan macam ni. Ada fraction lah. Hexadecimal, dia tahu dia base 16. Base 16 ni, maksudnya apa guys? 2 to the power of 4. Dia ada 4 position. So, you kira lah, ni kan satu kan? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you tengok value ni berapa. 1, 2, 4, 8. So, 1 tambah 4 is 5. What about this one? 1, 2. 1 plus 2 is 35. So now you already get the value 35. Ini belum lagi. So now base 16 is to the power of 4. Position dia ada 4. So kira pada left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You divide. Jadi kosong satu, you boleh letak kosong lah kalau you nak. Tapi tak ada value pun. So 8421. Ingatlah hexadecimal macam ni. So 8421, 4 plus 2 is 6. Add 4 and 4. 35.6. Faham tak? Faham guys? Boleh? Okay, Kevin, thank you. Siapa tak faham boleh tanya Kevin dengan Veronica lah. Okay. Satu je contoh, last contoh before we dismiss. Digital logic tak sempat nampaknya. Okay, before we dismiss, one more example. Takut nanti kalau you tak buat ni, tak boleh nak buat. One. Okay, ni binary to hexadecimal, remember is base 4, dia ada 4 position. So first thing first, you divide that dulu. Easier for you to visualize. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got it. So 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 tambah 2, so it's 10. Remember, you wanted to change it in hexadecimal. 10 is 8. kena letak A. Kalau letak 10 dah salah. Okay. Because you dah bahagikan dia kepada 4 position. Okay, now 0, 1, 1, 1. So add 4, 2, 1. So 4 tambah 2 is 6 to 7. Now ada fraction 1, 2, 3, 4. Kalau dekat sebelah ni, you kena start daripada right to left 1, 2, 3, 4 baru divide. Kalau after the fraction ni, you start from left to right. Ini yang penting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 baru divide. So add 4, 2, 1. So 8 tambah 4 di 12, 14. 14 kan, tapi 14 kita tak boleh bagi 14 because dia punya representation kan. So 14 is F. E. Then 1 berapa? 8 tambah 4 is 12. 12 berapa tadi guys? Ini 12. So 12 is C. So your final answer will be A7 is. Dia punya tricky part adalah masa you bahagi ini sahaja. Yang ini boleh buat yang ini. Lepas fraction tu, remember the position dia. Start dari mana? Kanan ke kiri, kiri ke kanan. Itu yang paling penting. Itu sahaja untuk hari ini. Okay, I think I already covered all the number system. So upload the nama benda tu tutorial nanti buat. Sebab benda ni semua ambil daripada tutorial. You should be able to do it. So refer to your lecture note. Kat dalam ni pun banyak guys. Logic, actually I wanted to cover some part, tapi memang tak sempat lah, ada 10 minit lagi. Kalau cepat-cepat nanti pening orang. Digital logic is quite simple actually. Simple ni, tapi saya tak nak cover, takut kena cover. Cuma, for the second part of this lecture, maybe nanti saya akan cover sikit lah masa sebelum we start with our lecture 4. I will cover a little bit, like 10 minutes. Just for you to know apa maksud and the truth table lah, Boolean operator with 2 inputs. It's quite simple. Okay, you just refer to your notes. Actually, it's quite simple. But don't worry if you still don't get it. I will explain it later on. Cuma saya nak cakap untuk second part ni, actually our course coordinator, he record his lecture. So it will be a synchronous session for us. I will upload the link to his lecture in explaining this part of the lecture tu lah. Nanti you kena buka link tu dan tengok the lecture itself. Maksudnya saya tak akan deliver the whole lecture for this lecture 2.2. But I will cover as maybe a few slides before we start our lecture for like next week. Next week, okay? Boleh kan? Nanti saya akan bagi link within this week, okay? Yang saya tak akan sentuh lah because I just want to touch on this part. Ini pun senang je. I think you learn this in your discrete math. A little bit of discrete math on here. Okay, sikit dah ada sama je. Okay, I think that's it guys. With 10 minutes ke saya nak teruskan. Saya nak habiskan sebenarnya tapi saya nak ni sikit. Sikit lah 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Dan nanti boleh tengok lecture by Dr. Johari, so saya tak ada hutang lagi. Sekejap give me some time guys, jangan lari dulu. Mana ni? Saya tak ada. Okay, let's stop sharing this. Okay, just a little bit on digital logic, sikit je. Nanti yang the rest ni you kena tengok Dr. Johari punya. Yang saya nak explain this part saja. Okay, you ada and or dengan not kan? Yang ni pernah kan belajarkan and or not. And or not. Okay, and or not. Dia punya the logic dia macam ni. Ni and or not. Logic lah. And or not. Okay. So yang saya nak explain adalah this part. Nanti the rest of the lecture you listen to Dr. Johari lectures. Okay. So yang ini. So for this the truth table lah. P and Q is the input with 2 input. The input can be 4 input, 5 input and whatever input lah, M inputs lah. Paling senang adalah if there's a 2 input PQ. Kalau tanya kenapa PQ, it can be any letters. Saya boleh letak W ke O ke any letters, okay. Tempat ni based on that textbook, okay. Jadi it's the truth table. 00011011, tahu tak dapat ni kan, tahu kan? 0011011. Kalau 3 input berapa? 011 and then 100. Maksudnya kalau you ada 2 input, what is the possible input adalah to the power of 2, get 4. So you ada 4 possible input, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kalau input you ada 3, how many possible input? 2 the power of 3, you akan ada 8 input possible. You akan tambah lagi dah kat sini. Tu maksud dia, okay. So kalau not, senang je, not P. Kalau not, dia akan opposite with the input. Kalau P 0, not will be 1. If 0, not will be 1. If 1, the not will be 0, opposite. Okay. Pn, kalau operation n, 0, 0, z, 0. N. 0 and 1, you get 0. The value must be the same. 1 and 1 baru dapat 1. Nah, ini untuk operation n. For operation OR, okay, is kita panggil true or false lah. True or false. True or false. True with value 1, false with value 0. Okay, kalau for OR, 0 or 0, you get 0. If the is one of the input is true, 0 or 1, the output will be 1. Okay, kalau untuk 1 or 0, is any of the input is true or 1, the output will be 1. Okay, kalau untuk 1 or 1, 2, 2, 1, the output will be still will be 1. Dia opposite dengan AND operation. AND operation, the value must all true. 1, 1 baru dia dapat 1. Kalau OR, either one of the output is 1, either one of the input is 1, the output will be 1. Senang je. Ni ada 2 operation. Bukannya roti nan, 2 operation. Kalau nampak macam ni, ada topi kat atas ni, maksudnya not AND. You AND kan dulu, lepas you not kan dia. 0 and 0, you know is 0. Lepas tu not, get 1. Okay, lepas ni AND kan dulu baru not. Okay, AND 0 and 0, 1 is 0. Not, get 1. Okay, what about this one? 1 and 0 is 0. But not 0, you get 1. Okay. 1 and 1, you get 1. But not 1, you get 0. Macam tu je. Senang kan? Okay, kalau not OR, ada 2 operation. You OR kan dulu, lepas tu you not kan. Ada topi ya. OR. 0 or 0, the answer is 0, but not 0. Not 0, that is 1. Okay, what about this one? 0 or 1, the answer is 1, or. But not 1. Yang ini pula, 1 or 0, the answer is 1 for OR operation. Then not. 1, not 1, the answer is 0. Yang ni pula, 1 or 1, the answer is 1. But not 1, the answer is 0. Kalau exclusive OR is opposite answer of not OR. Before you analyze ni nanti, dia akan opposite answer. Okay, exclusive OR will be opposite answer. Okay. Macam tu je lah. Exclusive. Okay, kosong or kosong is kosong. So, kosong or 1 is kosong, exclusive is 1. For exclusive OR, as long as the 1, the answer will be 1. Okay. Ini dia yang saya nak explain. For the rest of this lecture akan deliver by Dr. Johari, but I will give you the link lah, asynchronous, so it will be asynchronous. Tapi yang ini paling basic lah. You have to understand this part. Then you'll be able to understand all of the slide. Inilah dia contoh dia. Dia sama je, yang saya baru explain ni is the same thing here. Lecture slide number 3 is the same with lecture slide number 7. Sama sahaja. Same thing. Nampak tak ada AB? AB is just any letter they can use. Sama untuk lecture ni daripada nombor slide number 3 until slide number berapa? Sekejap ni guys, sampai 17. Sampai slide number 19 is the same thing. It's the same thing. Yang flip-flop ni ada lain sikit. Okay, I think that's it for today guys. Baca lagi kan? Jangan baca. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining the class. Okay, for those who haven't signed in the attendance, I'm going to share the attendance for 2 minutes. And for the rest of our design, we can leave the meeting. I will leave this on for 2 minutes.